What's good? Y'all already know it is Sunday game day. And y'all already see what it is, see what it ain't. We got the Los Angeles Rams against the Washington Commodores. I might have to change that name. Commanders. Yeah, Commanders. Washington. What we gonna say the Redskins, but I might have to change that name up. You know what I'm saying? And make it right. Make it right. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that now. I ain't figured that out that was gonna be the name though, but cause I don't be into it like that, y'all. But I'm into it now though. So now that I'm into it, we gotta get it right. We gotta get it right. You know what I'm saying? And let's change this name right quick. It ain't gonna take nothing but a second. Uh, we gonna respect them and give them a capital letter. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get that right. Let's finish on what we were doing. Um, what else I need to do? I messed up somewhere. Let's get tightened up, Yogi. But anyway, man, good morning to y'all. Good morning to y'all. Good morning to y'all, man. It's Sunday, man. We're going to get into it. This game of the day. And it's going to be what it is or what it ain't going to be. Um, we just take this time out to get some things done before we start the game, man. I hope y'all have been enjoying the little football season of my Mars and members competing against each other. Even some of them even on the same team. It is what it is. Um, Y'all to see their name as they go along and scroll along in the matches. And then I'm gonna figure out some way. I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out a way to make a team, a whole team for everybody. We gonna be on one team. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make this poll. Might as well put. You know what I'm saying? Put the names respectfully. And so y'all make sure y'all tap in and go on the poll, pick your team. You know what I'm saying? And who you think gonna win or lose. However you know, whoever you think gonna win. Other than that, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the channel, do all that good stuff. Come a part of the 48-hour movement. And we're gonna let this get done, do what it do, and I'm gonna be out y'all ear. I might commentary here and there, but at the moment I'm just gonna let the game play. Yeah.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Commanders. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Already an interception. Damn shame. That's how you start off a Sunday game, though. That's how you start off a Sunday game.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6.
Already starting
off bring up
crazy,
third and 1.
What it is.
It's not cool about the game there on second down. That was
crazy.
a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Stafford looking to throw on third and 1. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on third and 1. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Stafford.
Intercepted. The Commanders got it back.
William Jackson with a pick. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes
nobody's safe to throw.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And it's back-to-back interceptions from both teams. Ain't that something? Way to start a Sunday. Hey, hey.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That boy White down, number 18. White down with the the first down.
After the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down at 4. Throwing is Wentz. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Almost
This is the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Wentz again.
Oh, he's sacked.
The Rams got him. They bring him down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Gotta punt that sucker away.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep, Brandon Powell. Pulled in at the 24. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From the 50, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson.
Oh, no,
and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Stafford. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And now to Collins, right, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again, it's Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford. The quick slant.
The Rams' first one get on the board.
Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Wentz now on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Throwing now is Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone. Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Second down and 7. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now Wentz on third down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down.
Ooh, that's hurt.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Because last time he got hurt.
Wentz to the sideline on fourth down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. It's complete to Robinson.
And he got
gets
a
this
first.
one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A couple of vets. Stafford to Robinson there. First down, Rams.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again here with Akers. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Stafford now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller,
look on the side of his head for the play.
And feeling pretty good
that head there, man. You got Arsenio Hall head. Damn.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, Gibson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Back to the air on second down. Wentz.
Intercepted.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Yeah, damn. It is a 6
And he
point.
will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
Yeah,
Gay
damn.
is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Oh, Lord. Oh, they ain't looking good for him. It's been a rough start game, boy. Damn, boy.
Gay now set to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Gibson. Gibson gets
he dropped the ball. Yeah,
and they'll
damn.
start with great field position at the 41-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
The
Boy,
Rams
the
offense now making their way
Commanders
out
or
to
whatever
take
their
over.
name is, boy,
Yeah, they're
they
not going to play this conservative. I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field
boy,
and says,
Molly
all right, let's
Whopping
just
the
settle
Rams
for
ain't
20
playing,
certain
boy.
situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah,
Well, they need an interception
back
back to
Let's
this.
get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Oh, Lord, it's all bad. It's all bad.
This one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good, strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw.
Intercepted.
Into heavy
Boy,
traffic,
finally.
it's intercepted.
Yeah,
Picked up by
damn.
Jamin
This
Davis.
game here is
30,
wild.
10, 5, and he will bring this
Yeah,
one back.
damn.
Interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that made
Well, they needed that, boy.
as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Oh, this here is going crazy. This Sunday.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
They needed that, boy.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Stafford looks to throw again. Connecting with Cup here on the out route. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Wentz going to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And down to the 36-yard line here. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Gibson again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders.
Boy, you never know how
This is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man. Got to run the proper route.
Already running down the field. It might be a tie game in a minute.
Wentz now on 1st down.
Get the ball out.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sly able to put this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams ready to go on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Stafford. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Alex Erickson. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Gibson toss right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Wentz. Thomas has got it, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Now Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Commanders have taken the lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Sly on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And the Rams getting set to go now. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going right back to Akers. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. He's in
Lord have mercy, another goddamn pick. This has been a pick and day here, boy.
A pick 6 for a
Yeah,
Washington touchdown.
both defenses been playing, but God damn, the Commodores came out the door.
And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes. And
that's been exactly a picking day here, boy.
And came through with a big-time pick 6.
Defense came to play on both sides, boy. Not on just one side. Yeah, that nigga mad. He's mad.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it.
At least
for
they
this
went out
first
with
half.
3, though.
So
Shit,
we've reached
boy,
halftime
that
in
thing
a wild
been deadly,
first
boy.
half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Wow.
For quarter number.
Wow. What the hell? I don't know what's going on, but it won't let me save no more media though, man. Something going on in the butt. Yeah. But anyway, this is the second half, y'all, man. We're going to see what's going to happen this time because the
It's
first
been a
half been
shootout
crazy.
so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way you try and get his confidence back up.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Stafford. Incomplete.
I ain't even see that play, but it looked messed up from how the ball got way back there.
By dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
To the air again, Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. On the move to his left.
Oh!
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive.
This boy got in there.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
That boy moved, boy. Spin.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Throwing now is Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
1st and 10. Stafford. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
A give up the middle to Akers. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Stafford now to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Wentz now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I'll tell you that.
Here's McKissick. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And a couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
To throw is Stafford.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Stafford on 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
This 2023.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This is
just
something I'm doing for my mods and my members
whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I have one of these every day.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically
mods and my members
linebackers, keeping their eyes in the
game.
right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st down, Wentz. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's all I'm
trying
doing.
to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
My members and my
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Each other.
You know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wentz. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
He's there. What's going on? Good day, my brother. What's going on with you, fam? Hope all is well on your
Rams
end.
Territory now. It's first
Sunday
and 10
Madness
at the 43. A give to Gibson running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll go again with Gibson.
Okay.
To the 30-yard
Get back to
line,
that
right
grind, dog.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Up and out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went
On
through
everything.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Wentz going to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Like I say, this just simulation game for the members in the mob. I got them on the team. Right now, this wipe down team here. See, they're going to wipe down right there, number 18.
Cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A handoff for Gibson. And a good
Man,
game
it dumped
here
that wicked,
from the
though,
19 down to the 10.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails.
Once I get the upgrade, then I'm going to be gaming up. I'm gonna bring back, man. I'm gonna play some more bad and shit. But right now, I'm just simulating and letting the game run.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing is Wentz. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route.
I'm a Dolphin fan, so.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Got his target, Samuel. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
They ain't white down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, man, Miami. Hold on.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the...
I don't know what's going on, but it ain't letting me keep my gameplay yet. So I get in next game. Welcome to fourth quarter, man.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Gibson will score.
They took in the lead.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks
I hear that, man. Appreciate you watching the football game with us, dog.
Those punches and counter punches.
Get that high clean. I got to do the same thing, though, brother.
Who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now?
After we let this game here get almost to the end, I'll let y'all know who the next team going to be. The next game that's going to be probably tomorrow or later on today. I don't know which one I'm going to do.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
I need a friend like that. For real, for real. Somebody who could just not upgrade mine, but show me how to use the sucker.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Cause mine, it got some kind of lag to it.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard.
I haven't used my damn OBS or Streamlabs in a while.
Onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Heck yeah, they always come in here. Their friend this kind.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, his throw incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down and 2.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Rams on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the
that's why I got them just running randomly. It's going to be somebody against somebody.
Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense got to stop, force
you know what I'm saying?
I
just draw the names out of a bucket.
The clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And I just let it run.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Sir.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But it been some good gameplay though, man. This game, game 7 right here so far.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first.
2 yards on the pickup there, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. As
I don't know about this one here, boy. This one here was rough right here, boy. I don't know if the Commanders can hold on because this thing been going back and forth.
Scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing
Most of the touchdowns were by interceptions. This was a fighter one here, though. I ain't gonna lie.
So from Rams
still going on.
now,
Still got 12 minutes.
At the 45-yard line. Again, it's Wentz. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost.
Now, if they were mad 26, we probably could, you know, but it's 23, so I don't know. And like I said, I had stopped watching sports. But I got to get back into it because I done figured out some, you know.
On second down,
like you say, it's a hell of a watch time.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Straight ahead, Gibson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Wentz.
The what?
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas.
Yeah, why he ain't scratched that?
Are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves.
Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Commanders are probably already to hold on. They might got it this time.
You just can't
they've been going through heck.
There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Another one.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary.
But I noticed one thing. They ain't had faith in
no reason to
White down, though.
Put it on him and score a touchdown.
I don't think White down got now touchdown. He done touched the ball.
Sly on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
They just got wiped down on the team as a starter. He ain't been touching that ball by nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. L.A. set to take over again on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah, it ain't the quarterback, man, though.
Offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
Yeah, he a wide receiver, number 18.
Himself.
I don't know how many times he touched the ball, but I don't think it was much.
And give his leg a rest.
On first down, Stafford here. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Yeah, he number 18.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended target was Cam Akers,
and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now it's Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on.
Nah, he ain't on the Rams. He on the
Washington game. Obviously, every play,
he on the
every
Commanders team.
Down, like we saw there.
He on the Commanders.
Big pickup.
Yeah,
it was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty.
Everybody won here. They don't pick their own team.
When you've thrown as many interceptions
that's the team they own.
This one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Stafford's pass complete. He's got Kupp.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll run for it with Akers.
Got
and
stuff.
nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a turnover.
That's number 18 right there in the huddle. Let's see if they let them get the ball now.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Woo, that boy that got through there.
He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
Oh, that boy, but the clock's still moving.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 22. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A carry now for McKissick. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Able to stay down.
The heck out that clock,
rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score. And it's
maybe the turning point they need.
Right down on the tackle.
With a pick. And the Rams are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They give an interception back. It's just over with.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. After the interception, here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Oh, he got back.
And down he goes, back at the 4-yard line.
Oh, this ain't looking like it's going the way they needed to go.
Wrecks that play with a sack.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
That look like a fumble, though. There been a lot of those looking like fumbles, though.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory.
Look at it. They always blame the black man.
Good situation. It didn't matter.
Man, it's your fault.
Preparing for that
it's
on their
your
play sheet
fault.
the entire time.
I know dang well he ain't going for it.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th
Oh, he
down.
got it.
And he is
Lord
going to have the
have
Rams first down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it.
Got
and
fight
they got
at him.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Damn. It worked out for them a little bit. They still lost, though.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense.
They know not to use no time out right now. Oh, they use it. I was just going to say. They was going to let the time just continue running. They ain't got nothing else to win. They can't win. So they might as well let the time keep running. But they called that time out.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
At least they still fighting, even though they know it's over with. Oh, he slid it right out of his hand.
Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play
Y'all
develop,
clapping hands for y'all ain't
the
doing that.
defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make
Already
something happen
appreciate
once
you
he has the
coming
ball in his
through.
hands.
Appreciate
They'll
it.
get to the
He's
line.
dead in the
Remember, it's
building.
also third down. Now Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
On first down, it's Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every
Might as well go to use the last time out. Not out for the sake. Go to use it. You already been using times out.
In this case,
for
that's
no
exactly
reason.
what
Might
he
as well
did.
use
Found
the
his
last
running
one because you
back,
got
let
him.
him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We need to go ahead and nail the ball and call it a day. Because it's been a long, long game. I swear.
From the 22, Stafford, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition working the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
One thing about it, that money be so good, they can't just know when they lost,
After
they
the
lost.
incompletion,
Forget
here
about
now,
it.
3rd and 2. Again, it's Stafford. And a penalty flag comes in, and that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
First penalty of the goddamn day.
So the pass incomplete in the
At
end
the
zone,
last
but the flag
moment.
comes out for interference.
And now
Yeah,
he's set up right
dang.
on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and
They
goal.
can't win still, though, but still.
Stafford now to throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Oh, they finna challenge that. Well, nah, they all got to. I don't know, they might challenge it.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed.
I told
And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
I knew they were going to review it.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive spans 13 plays. And
I done seen some strange things that happen. But I don't know, not this time. This time, no strange things going to happen. It's over with. I stand on that. I stamp that.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the
I
outside.
nailed the ball the way that
right.
the interception has been going. I just nailed the ball. I just take the knee.
Just take it, kneel, and call it a
just
day.
take the knee and get it over with.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
All right, we made it through this one here, boy. This wasn't even nail biting. It was just kind of crazy,
Charles,
but it was a good game though. But they fought and they fought and they fought back and forth. Defense was the one though.
High-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still
Look, you only want to be on
after
camera.
that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
Man, defense wasn't playing, but god damn. Like I say, it was more interceptions.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So,
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.
As y'all see what happened, it happened. You know what I'm saying? The Commanders came in, did what they needed to do, I guess. And left out with the victory. And the Rams left out with a L. With that being said, y'all, if y'all rocking out with the content, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. The next game up. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's going to happen today, but it definitely will happen tomorrow. But if it happen today, just tune in. All you got to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on all. And this been one. And the next game going to be the Bills versus the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all hit that poll, people that wanted to go for the Commanders for the win, and yeah, 29%. Commanders won that one, and it is what it is. So that's wiped down victory for his team. It is what it is. I say it is what it is. Until next time, make sure y'all stay safe out there, and I'm gonna get back with y'all. Hold on. And we out of here, y'all.